Hi guys. We've all dreamed of it, haven't we? Waking up, grabbing our Pokeballs, and heading out into the world on a grand adventure. Catching Pokemon, making friends, battling gym leaders. But let's be honest. If Pokemon were real, it wouldn't be fun. It would be horrifying. Let's break down the reality of a world where creatures like Mewtwo, Gengar, or Charizard exists. Because what we'd get is not a utopia. It's a fractured, terrifying world ruled by fear, power, and chaos. 1. The exploiters. First, you'd have the criminal underground. People using psychic Pokemon like Hypno or Alakazam to control minds. Force people to rob banks, to hurt others, or worse. With no proper oversight, Pokemon powers would become tools of abuse. Imagine someone using a Ditto to impersonate world leaders. Or someone training a Gyarados to flood a coastal city. This isn't fantasy anymore. It's domestic terrorism with magical beasts. 2. The abusers. Now, here's where it gets darker. Because people are people. Some would romanticize Pokemon, sexualize them, try to create relationships with them. It's gross, it's disturbing, and yet we know it would happen. There are already fan fictions, digital art, and stories pushing this boundary. Now imagine a real Ditto that could transform into your fantasy celebrity. You don't need much imagination to see where this goes. 2. The regulators. So, what happens next? Government control, ethic boards, Pokemon protection agencies. Suddenly, you need licenses, you need laws. You need people checking your Pokeballs to make sure you're not using Hypno on your neighbors. We'd get factions to the protectors, the liberators, the militants, the cultists. Pokemon wouldn't change society. They'd shatter it into tribes. 4. The militaries. Now let's talk war. Because if you think your government wouldn't weaponize a Garchomp or a squad of Electivires, think again. Psychic Pokemon would be used for espionage, flying Pokemon for bombing runs, stealth Pokemon like Zoroark for assassination. You wouldn't be training with a friendly Bulbasaur. You'd be drafted. 5. The worshippers. And for some people, wouldn't be tools or pets. They'd be gods. Arceus, Mew, Celebi, legendaries would become religious icons. Whole cults would form around them, sacrifices, doomsday prophecies, Pokemon churches. Some would give up technology, believing only Pokemon can lead us to the truth. 6. The rebels. But not everyone would agree. Some would fight back, say Pokemon don't belong to us at all. These Pokemon liberators would break into labs, free captured Pokemons, and declare war on humanity's use of them. Pokemon versus trainer. Not in a stadium, but in the streets. Conclusion. So, yeah, be glad Pokemon don't exist. Because if they did, the world wouldn't be a Saturday morning cartoon. It would be a dystopian hellscape of factions, fear, and exploitation. And the dream of becoming a Pokemon master would be just that, a dream. One humanity was never meant to touch. Sometimes fantasy is better left where it belongs, in the games and out of the real world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.